Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're breaking down Daredevil Born Again, Season 2, Episode 8, the finale, the Southern Cross. From shocking courtroom twists to Daredevil versus Kingpin's final confrontation, and that insane ending that sets up Season 3. Let's break it all down. So the finale picks up right after Episode 7's emotional fallout, especially Daniel Blake's death, which critics are calling one of the strongest arcs this season. Now everything converges at the courthouse. Karen Page is on trial. Matt Murdock steps in last minute and takes control of the case. But here's where things get crazy. Instead of just defending Karen, Matt makes the ultimate sacrifice. He reveals in court that he is Daredevil, and this isn't just for shock value. It's his way of exposing the system, Fisk, and corruption all at once. Meanwhile, Wilson Fisk, now fully in power, is finally pushed to the edge. The finale builds toward their ultimate confrontation, and critics say this is where the show peaks emotionally and thematically. We get brutal chaos outside the courthouse. Protesters versus Fisk's influenced Daredevil literally fighting through a crowd to reach him. And when they finally face off, Matt doesn't just fight him, he offers him a choice. Leave New York forever or face everything. But this is Kingpin, and of course, he refuses. This is where the finale goes full chaos mode. Fisk loses control. Violence erupts, and the city literally turns on him. Critics highlight this moment as symbolic. Power versus people. Fisk represents control. Matt represents truth. And in the end, Fisk is overwhelmed, not just physically, but politically and morally too. Now let's talk about that ending. First, surprisingly, no major characters die in the finale, which is interesting, because Episode 7 already delivered the emotional hit. But the real twist? Matt gets arrested. After revealing his identity, he basically sacrifices his freedom. This changes everything going forward. Daredevil is no longer a secret. The law is now directly against him, and Season 3 will deal with the consequences. Now here are some key hidden details critics and fans noticed. Bullseye is still alive and gets pulled into Black Ops missions. Jessica Jones returns and reconnects with Luke Cage. The MCU connections are getting stronger. Possible setup for future crossover events. And remember that Avengers tower tease earlier this season? Yeah, that might connect to bigger Marvel storylines coming soon. So what are critics saying overall? Strong performances, especially Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio. Emotional payoff between Matt and Fisk. Bigger MCU integration. But some critics say the show still struggles with too many subplots and doesn't fully reach the level of the original Netflix series. Still, most agree this finale is a major step forward. So where does this leave us? Season 3 is already in development, and here's what we can expect. Daredevil versus the legal system. Fisk possibly rebuilding power. Bigger MCU crossovers, and maybe a darker, more grounded story again. So yeah, this wasn't just a finale. This was a reset. Daredevil is no longer hiding. Kingpin is no longer untouchable. And the war? It's just getting started. If you enjoyed this breakdown, drop a like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, was this finale better than the Netflix Daredevil?